Welcome to the STARS program, seniors taking active roles in society. And now, here's your host, ANITA FINLEY.
Okay, so now we've had an exciting guest, but now we're going to talk about something that's not exciting. It's called pain. And I was thinking about Dr. Appleton, who not only is a chiropractor, which is very, very important. He's been a chiropractor a long time, but he also, I call him Mr. Pain Away. Mr. Pain Away. That's your new title.
I guess so. It's okay. I'll take it.
Mr. Pain Away, and he's very flashy, I have to tell you that. He's got this personality, the clothes he wears, everything is Mr. Flash. And your hair, you're different, and I love when you come in here and you do what you do. But let me just say that you do something that's very unusual. The fact that you have become an acupuncturist and use that with your laser, that's unique, I believe, isn't it?
Well, I'm certified in acupuncture in Florida as a chiropractor, and I've been doing it from the very beginning. But I've learned with the acupuncture, and I also do laser as well at the same time. So you get the best of both worlds.
Well, tell me about that. Why is that?
Why is that? Well, first of all, people have to understand that there's other ways to treat people without medicine. So acupuncture has been around over 5,000 years, and basically what the whole premise of acupuncture is that it balances out the energy flow, the yin and the yang, which you've all heard about that. And the laser, what it does also, it increases blood flow and oxygen. So when you're having a shoulder problem or a low back problem or a hip problem, thigh problem, bursitis, tendonitis, arthritis, stenosis, it's really a great way to treat.
Tell me what's happening in your body when you have those things.
Well, pain is like the universal subject. When you go to a restaurant, what do people talk about? Family, food, and pain.
Doctors.
What doctor? Oh, that doctor. He didn't even see me. He had the physician's assistant look at me. He had the aide look at me. I didn't even see him. He walked by. I think that was my doctor. His name was on the window. His name was on the car. Right? Unbelievable,
it's
right?
So sad.
Right? I'm hands-on. When you come to a chiropractor, as I have been, I'm hands-on. I'm there 6 days a week. When I get done with this live show this morning, I'm heading to the office because I get calls from people who are listening to the show or tell their friends. Last week was an interesting thing. We'll get back to the subject about what happens with
That's
the body.
good. No.
But we'll go around the circle.
Yeah, go ahead.
Of life.
We always
what
do
life
that.
is.
I like you. That's why.
Well, that's what life is all
you're
about.
So flashy.
That's what life is all about. You start at one end and end at another end.
That's right.
Because life is a journey, isn't it? Life
yes,
is a journey.
It is. Yes.
Like when you were in high school, did you ever think you would be where you're doing now?
No.
No. And hopefully everything worked out the way you want it to be.
Better.
Or it's a major.
Better for me.
Or it's a major surprise.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay, so go ahead. So someone came in, or something.
So someone came in last week, and he said, "I didn't hear you, but my best friend, we were having dinner last week, and spoke about you." And so he says, "What I got to lose?" So he made an appointment for Monday, and he came in with 30 sheets of paper of all the tests, all the MRIs, all the CAT scans, all the papers from all these doctors, and I had stenosis, and I had herniation, and I had spurring and lipping, and you name it, total degeneration of his lumbar spine. And the guy was tall. He was like 6'6", 6'7".
Wow.
And he was like 75, 78, and he says, "I'm desperate. I've had 4 epidurals. I've had evaluations from every type of doctor, the stem cell guy here in Boca, this person in Miami. I can't sleep. I can't go to the bathroom. Simple things like that. He doesn't want to play ball. He doesn't want to go running or jogging. He just wanted to have a simple way of life." So we did one treatment on Monday. He calls on Tuesday, and he says, "Can I bring my wife?"
Oh my goodness.
So my secretary says, "Why?" He says, "You've helped me so much in one visit that all these doctors for all these months, and I'm suffering." Came in Wednesday with the wife, and then he said, "Do you mind if I could take like all these cards, like 50 cards?" I live in Boca Point, and he wanted to hand cards out to everybody. I said, "I'm thrilled." So we treated him on Wednesday. Thursday, he flew to New York for Paso week coming up, and I'm coming back. I want to make an appointment now for my wife and myself. I said, why don't you come back? No, I want to make an appointment. I have to get back in here. So it's really a turn on when you help somebody.
Yeah.
When you help somebody, when people come into me, the consultation's free. You watch the video. The video explains what the laser does, how it does it, and it's really a cool way of treatment. Now, if you take the acupuncture with the laser, in 30 minutes you leave. And in 30 minutes, your body's going to do the healing. And that's the wonderful thing. Yes, drugs are important, and we all take medication for blood pressure and anxiety and diabetes and all insulin, all these things we take. But doesn't it get to the point where when do you stop taking the medication for your pain? You're hooked. And because every morning you wake up in pain, stiffness, soreness, you can't get out of bed, you have trouble even making eggs for yourself, or going to the bathroom, or sitting in a car, going to Publix, or carrying one little bag of groceries. Isn't that sad that your life ends up where you can't do things? I try to help people. Not expensive. It's a 30-minute treatment. It's $120. It is not covered by insurance, because that's the number one question people ask. Why isn't it covered? Because new technology.
Yeah, wait. I want to talk about that a minute.
Okay.
I have this wonderful dog, and I've been going now trying to help him, and so I wound up at the vet's office quite a bit.
You told me about this.
Yeah, and I watch what people do, and so I want to talk about when someone doesn't want to pay $125. I've seen credit cards for their dogs going at $500, $600, $1,000. They hand them the credit card. They never say a word.
Bingo.
And
so
that's
true.
why I
true.
was thinking of...
Maybe you could feel better. Maybe you can go to the movies. Maybe you can go for a walk. Maybe you can walk your dog. Maybe you go on that trip you wanted to take, or a wedding, or a party, or anything. Isn't it worth it to do something for yourself? Yes, everything's not covered by insurance. But a lot of people say, well, if it's not covered, I'm just going to take these pills the rest of my life.
Oh, but the pills cost money too. But let me give it.
But what it does to your body, though,
the
pills cost money,
of course.
but you're deteriorating your
course.
body inside.
Of course. Let me give a cell phone again now. Remember, this is Pencil Talk Radio, but this is an important phone number. Please write it down in a book or something. It's 954-973-0710. Again. It's 954 because he's in Broward County. He'll tell you where he is. But it's 973-0710. How do they get to your office?
You can fly. You can drive.
You're so cute.
You can walk,
You're
motorcycle, Uber, Lyft, anything. Anybody could take you to me. I'm next to Palmer, the world of Palmer. It used to be very famous at one time when I first moved there.
Right.
All the movie stars came in.
I know that.
Elizabeth Taylor.
Right.
Paul
the
Newman.
Spa. Oh, really?
Jackie Gleason. Jerry Lewis, and blah, 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 blah,
What
blah.
made you know that was the right place to be?
My uncle, who was Lou Magrum, he used to make shirts for all the movie stars in Manhattan. For Dean Martin, Jerry Lewis, everybody. And so he knew all the famous people. He made the robes for Muhammad Ali.
Wow.
So when I was deciding to come to Florida, my aunt said, why don't you go to this place near Palmer? I go, what's Palmer? There's always a big community with a famous spa, and all the actors and actresses and ball players go there. So
David Moransky says, hi, Phil.
David Moransky, oh my God.
You know him?
Oh, yeah, a long time. Hi, David. I hope you're looking good this morning.
Moransky also, and Lloyd Hassner's watching. Oh, so that's interesting.
That's funny. He's a chiropractor.
Oh, that's great.
He's a chiro.
Well,
yeah.
you're
We're old timers. Right, David? We're old timers.
Alzheimer's, right?
Yeah. Well, not dinosaurs, just old timers. Yeah.
Okay, but so we know that it's off Power Line, though.
On Power Line, off the south of Atlantic.
Yeah, that's
open 6 days a week.
Right.
But people come in, they say, "Well, I was in a car accident. Can you do a laser?" Yeah, I do a laser on it anyway. But if you have cancer, or if you're pregnant, there's two type of people can't do.
But let's move back to when you were just doing chiropractic. You do that now also, of course.
Oh yeah,
of
yeah.
course.
I love
but
doing
let's
it.
just talk about before you had the laser. Were there people that you just really couldn't do what you're doing for now, no matter how good you were as a chiropractor?
When you go to a chiropractor, we're hands-on. We don't do injections. We don't do surgery. We don't cut people open. We do holistic treatment. We either do physical therapy, such as ultrasound, electric muscle stimulation, hot packs, traction, and chiropractic manipulation. So we do the manipulation, which is it's manual therapy, manipulating the bones. But like a lot of times, there are people come in, you just can't do that. You just can't do that. So the acupuncture, when I started doing the acupuncture, it was another adjunct added to my practice. But again,
and did you see good things happening?
I loved it. I loved it. You know, I grew up in the judo world. My brother is a ninth degree black belt in judo, the Olympics, and I'm a fourth degree black belt in judo. So when I got hurt when I was a young little child, the sensei treated you with acupuncture. And you had,
is that right?
And you shut your mouth and you did it. You accepted the needles at 8, 9 years old, and after you were done, you went back and you fought again. And I didn't know anything different. But then I got older. I learned to be certified in Florida in acupuncture.
I never heard that story. See, every time you come out,
it's a cool thing. You know, I remember the dojo was in Manhattan, which is a gym, and it was below a bar. And Friday nights, all the top judo players in Manhattan used to come together, and we used to go down in the basement. And above was a bar with all these alcoholics and drug people, you know, drug out, you know, and they would come down and they see all these judo guys, and they would come down and go, oh, this is unbelievable, right below the floor, you know, because you never know what goes on another floor wherever you live. Yeah. And that's how I learned judo, and that's how I learned all this stuff. And the acupuncture was my first time.
Okay, so that's what happened. All right, so now, of course, you're helping.
There's always a beginning. There's always a beginning.
And then some lucky guy who was in the business of laser, thought, well, I'm going to try this doctor. So let me see what I can do, right?
No, yeah, it's a funny story. You know, I repeat that all the time, like all my other stories. And the salesman comes in one day, and he shows me like a remote control, and he goes, this is going to change your life. I mean, we have all heard these things, right? Like you watch QVC or these shows, you know,
exactly.
If you buy this, you know, you're going to be a different person, you know. So comes in and goes, you know, he showed me what it was, laser. I have no idea what a laser was.
Right.
And it was like, because they're talking 15 years ago. And it looked like a remote control. You press the button and the light came out. He goes, well, here's, use it for 30 days. And you have to hold it on an area for like 10, 12 minutes. And it goes in like a half an inch and it stimulates the blood flow. Yeah. So I started using it on myself and other people. Oh, getting better, huh? Oh, wow, there's something to it. Then a few years later, that was like 10,000, that one. And then he comes back a few years later, he goes, we've updated it. The beam now is twice as much, and it's shorter, and it's lighter, and it's chargeable, and blah, 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 and there's no cables. Oh, okay. So that's like 20, 30,000 for this one. I said, oh, put that one in the drawer. Like remote controls you have, right? You get a new TV where you put the old remote away, you know, and you go, oh, look at this remote.
But now you're a believer.
Now I'm a believer. You are a believer. Now I have to convince patients that this light is going to help you. But I do a lot of people in car accidents and people slip and falls and all these sports injuries and just pain by itself. They come in.
But you believed it by now.
So I wasn't even charging for it because I didn't know what it was. You know, I didn't know. I was just doing it with the ultrasound. Hey, do you mind if I do this? Oh no, if it helps, do it. You know, and went boom, 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 and then so that ended with the third, and then I got a third one for like $40,000 about 5 years ago.
But this one, excuse me, is really a big machine.
Well, no, but that's the newest one.
Yeah.
But so I got the third remote, and so I got the other laser was put back in the drawer, and now I have two lasers sitting in a drawer that I don't use anymore. And I got the third one, and this is deeper, and it pulsates, and it's beam coming down. What we said to this person, then it came in, there was no phone call. They were convinced that red beam is a fire beam.
Oh, that's why when we were advertising that, you told me to take away the red beam, didn't you? You said put it black beams.
Because I never thought that would upset somebody. And they called and were trying to explain the red beam is only the red beam. There's no heat, there's no burning, there's no rash, there's no side effects. So it's a tough, laser is a tough sell because people have to accept it. People have to know they have to pay for it out of their pocket. People have to know it. Give faith.
But wait a minute. Laser now is being used on faces. It's being used
brain
for
surgery,
lots of things.
eyes,
I know
a
that.
lot of things.
Exactly,
eyes. But
eyes.
it's still not accepted for the general public. I have people who are afraid. No, I'm not doing laser. But there's no there's nothing. If you're not pregnant and you don't have cancer, what is the scare? I do laser on people who have pacemakers. I have people who come in with me who have electrical systems in their body to take away the pain. People are in serious pain.
Yeah, it's really wonderful that you're doing
No, people
this.
in pain. America is in pain. That's why this drug thing with the opioids is going on in this country. The medical doctors can't handle it. So what they do, they write a script. Take it. Now you're hooked.
Yeah.
Every morning you wake up in pain. What's the first thing you do? Before you brush your teeth, they take the pill.
Right.
In the afternoon before they go out for lunch, what do? They take pills. Evening, what do? They take the pills. And then you become less active.
Yep.
And then you start gaining weight. And then your bones and muscles don't have the stimulation. And you start to degenerate inside your body. It's just falling apart.
So you're hearing this. He's such a terrific guy.
Thank
I
you.
have to tell
Thank
you,
you.
Dr. Philip Appleton, who is he is a chiropractor, but he's really many things. He's kind of a giant among chiropractors in a sense because he's gone further. He now does, of course, he's been doing acupuncture, but he also now does this wonderful laser. But you can go see him. That's free for the consultation, right?
Consultation and the video. Come in, talk.
Oh, I love the video.
And bring your papers. Bring all your papers from all these other doctors, and I'll explain it. If you don't like what you hear or you don't believe what you're seeing, we shake hands and we leave like friends. I told you the story. This guy comes in one day and he says to me, he came for the consultation, but he says to me, you do acupuncture for stop smoking. I said, I used to do it years ago, but I didn't really like the results, and I can't take your money. He said, you're turning me away? I said, yeah, because I don't do that anymore, because I got results, but it really wasn't like what I wanted to have. I did like 25, 30 years ago. And he goes, oh, you know what? My wife has a problem. I'm going to bring her in because you're so honest. And a few weeks later, he brings his wife in. I said, you're back? Oh, not for me. I told you I was going to be with my wife. You were so honest with me. And that's what I try to be. In my profession, chiropractors, we're very hands-on. Medical doctors, it's all like drive-through medicine. Nobody. And it's sad.
Yeah.
And before you even get admitted to any hospital or whatever, where they check your insurance.
I know. You make a phone call. They're not even nice. They say, well, do you have insurance and what is it? It annoys me so much when they do that.
They don't even care how you are, what you are, or what's happening. You have your insurance card? Oh, you don't have your card, huh? Oh, I don't think we can see you today.
Yeah,
or you
so
have,
right.
or you have or the physician's assistant. They look at you, and they're not a doctor. Yeah, they went to school. A lot of people are physical therapists, nurses. They're trained. But when I go to my doctor, I want to see my doctor. I don't want to see a PA. I don't want to see a CNA. I don't want to see an LPN. I want to see my doctor.
Yes.
Yes, they could do the intake, but I want to see my doctor. When you come to me in my office, Appleton Chiropractic, I'm doing this for a lot of years. I hold you. I touch you. I feel you. I listen to you. I talk to you. That's not happening anymore. These stupid phones that we are looking at and seeing, we are in restaurants having dinner together.
I know.
And what's each person doing? They're texting people. There's no communication. And when I go to a doctor, I want them to listen to me. I want them to care. Mm-hmm. Otherwise, I could just sit in a room, talk to a phone, and it would answer me and say, what can I do for you? How can I help you?
What I want to talk to you about, though, and I really want people to understand, let's go back to being a chiropractor. Why did you decide to become a chiropractor?
That's a good question. When you're 18 years old, it's hard to make a decision what you want to do in life. So I knew working in a nursing home when I was 8, 9 years old, donating my time in the kitchens so I wouldn't get in trouble where I grew up as a kid. When I went from elementary school, walking by this nursing home, I used to walk in the back of this nursing home, and the people in the kitchen used to hang out. And they used to every 3:15, I walked by every day, Monday through Friday. And then one day they said, "Hey kid, come here. You're so cool." I thought it was so cool. I never ate the food though, thank God. But it always had an odor to it, the food in these places. So I did that for like 4 or 5 years for free.
Kidding.
I never.
No kidding.
I was a kid. I didn't want to get in trouble. I grew up in Queens. I didn't want to get in trouble, and so I learned to care for people.
Yeah.
And that's where my background started. And when I was in New Mexico, I used to work on the Indian reservations, teaching the physical.
Did you
phys ed
really?
on Saturdays and Sundays, and they used to. That's why I wear a lot of turquoise.
Dr. Appleton, see, this is
so
something we've never
so the
heard
whole
about
thing
you.
came about of caring for people.
Yeah.
And I've always cared for people. And if you went to high school with me or college with me, you knew I was always touching you.
Yeah.
On your shoulder, your knee. I always cared about people. And my friend said, you were always bound to be a chiropractor. You were always bound.
So that person...
I didn't even know, could be, when I played sports, when people got hurt, I was the first one that used to go over and see how they were in sports.
My.
So it always was within me to do what I'm doing.
So no one in your family had been a chiropractor?
No. My brother was president of PepsiCo and Mars Candy. My brother
really?
Was,
So big business.
Big business. Mars Candy, all that stuff.
Of course.
And my two sisters are in education. And my sister in New Mexico, she's a audiologist. Where she
audiologist with hearing, yes.
No, eyes.
And
She's a naturopath that examines people's eyes.
Really?
And she evaluates you with your diseases.
Huh.
She has like 3 clinics in California, New Mexico, and Colorado. So
now we know the story so you've been a caring person and chiropractors are hands-on. Hands-on. We all are, I want to give your phone number again because please do. Go see Dr. Appleton, even if he just entertains you, if nothing else. He is so good. So it's 954-973-0710. And you can get onto his website, which is Appleton Chiro, CHIRO.com. I love having you come in here, Dr. Appleton, because you're just so feisty and you're so dedicated. And
I don't know how you do the show so early in the morning. I bless you. When I wake up for my show at 7:30,
right?
You're here so many hours before that, and you're smiling and you're happy and you're together. You have questions and you got your act together.
Well, it's a natural for me, just like for you. Have you gotten our latest magazine?
Oh, I got the thing. Next week that big thing next week.
Yeah.
FAU.
Yeah, very big.
I'm gonna stop by in the afternoon.
Yeah, I hope you will do that.
Well, thank you very much, everybody.
Welcome.
Please come by. Please call.
Right, and David
Have a healthy day. Have a healthy day.
Thanks, Dr.
And pinch yourself.
Yeah, right.